I'm gonna flip the script on you a little bit on that one, Dani. And not to be in disagreement, but I'm just gonna flip the script. I'm, just from personal experiences. We like I said, we hear all of these narratives and these stories and things like that. And and right now, I know, especially since the rise and the demise of the late great Saint Kevin Samuels, this whole thing about like not dating women with children, baby mothers, and things like that, especially if they had their kids out of wedlock. Like honestly, one thing I look at and like I'm not anti-single mother because I'm a byproduct. Well, my mom was married to my dad, but ultimately they divorced or whatever. So there's always different circumstances because and there's nuance to it. So I don't want to dive too deep into that topic. But for me, when I was single, like I would look at like the women that I would date, and I would go out with a woman that was a mother, a single mother, and all that stuff. But I would always look at the way that she talked about her baby father, her dad. I'd be like, damn, everything you say is about like this man not being shit or being about shit or ain't shit and all this kind of stuff. But you chose him. Yeah. So to me, like that's a red flag to me. Yeah. And so I look at the man who you procreated with as a woman. Yeah. Who you gave the highest honor, who you gave your womb to. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, if it was just some dude who wasn't really about nothing, didn't have nothing going for himself, and then you want to dent on top of that, you're gonna bash him.
I get you. Yeah. Everybody's entitled to a mistake, a lesson learned. If they was young or whatever. It's when it's like 3 baby daddies.
I'll give you one.
All of them ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Right, yeah. Then it's like I saw a meme not too long ago, maybe like a year ago, and it says something about a woman with 3 baby daddies has mismanaged the hell out of her pussy. And that is so true. Like 3 trifling baby daddies. Then it's something wrong with you at that point. You're making very poor decisions in who you choose to create with, and that's just. I'm sorry.
Yeah, who's the common denominator in that equation?
Yeah, I just got it. I don't know no other way to to make that not be what it is.
You know me, that's logic. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like I honestly just on some real stuff, even outside of the baby mama thing, I believe in mistakes. That's how you really learn or whatever. Right. But if you have not learned from your mistake, then that's insanity.
Exactly.
And so there's nobody else to blame. There's no other man, there's no other person, no other woman to blame if you're doing that same, repeating that same pattern. Yep. You know what I mean, over and over again. Right. I'm looking at you. Yeah. And honestly, you're kind of pushing me away. I'm like, I'm not judgmental. I don't care. It's like, but I'm not finna add myself to that equation.
That's funny you say that though, because I asked the question. Like if I hear somebody like, oh, even when they say like, when I meet a guy he's a custodial parent, and the mother, I'm really got questions because I'm like, what kind of mother doesn't see her daughter? Like where is she at? Because she clearly somewhere on drugs. Because that is the only explanation, especially here in the state of Texas. Like you gotta be really bad for them to snatch you from your mother here. So I have a lot, when I meet men who got full custody, even though I respect the fact that they're taking care of their child, I'm wondering, how did you come across this woman? What happened? And is she alive? And if she is, why is she not involved? And what is it about, y'all's interaction that drew you to her? Because there are so many signs that a woman is not a nurturer, that she's not responsible, that she's not accountable. It's especially women, because there's this expectation for women to sort of mature quick, right?
We got to have a whole episode on that, man. I can't wait to talk about the maturity.
So if you meet a woman who ain't got her shit together and you somehow have a baby with her, that was a choice. You know what I'm saying? Like you just ignored everything because it is so abnormal to come across a woman who can't hold her own. That's and having a baby with a woman who's completely unstable, and you yourself are not stable either, is a shitstorm. Why would you do that?
Yeah, don't put this on the Dani. Put this on the Savvi. I don't let nobody off the hook. That's men or women. We all make decisions. We all do things in life, that have repercussions, long-term repercussions a lot of times. And so if you're not thinking about that, like I said, one time I could kind of look past that.
Yeah, maybe you was 16, you was young, dumb.
I'll give you that,
he was a bad boy.
I'll give you that one excuse. Yeah. But 3, 4, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you like that toxic.
3-4 needs car. Yeah.
And you know, we know what. Hey, we gotta give a shout out to that toxic love out there. We know that toxic love is real.
I'm
nice
not shouting out to that.
And passionate.
I ain't shouting out to that.
It's in the moment or whatever. But on a serious note, like this, let me be very emphatic and very clear when I say this. The salve is for black people, which means I'm for black families. First and foremost, I'm for black men and for black women, emphatically. But most importantly in that list, I'm from black babies.
Children. Yes.
Black children.
Yes.
That's who I'm here for. That's what I do New Slaves podcast for. Any content that I put out or anything that I've released or put out as far as products is for the next generation. It's for our black children, for our future.
Right.
You know what I mean? And if it doesn't support them, then I ain't about
Why
that.
are we doing it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
So get out your feelings. Stop worrying about, you know, your baby daddy ain't this, ain't that. If he's trying to be a part of that kid's life, make sure you allow that man at least that opportunity. And yeah, part of it is financial, but it ain't all financial.
And a lot of times, you know, even if you're concerned, like, because I've seen this too, where, you know, one of the parties is like concerned that, oh, he'll just come and pick up my son and have fun. He don't support him financially. He don't do this. Children figure that out. As they get older, it becomes really clear what parent fully support them and who they can go to. Like, allow them to find that out organically on their own. You don't have to bash your baby mother. You don't have to bash your baby's father. Children will ultimately see, because I mean, I can tell you, like, sometimes the absent parent is often idolized. And I know that if you're the primary parent, you probably like, it probably just grinds your teeth that this child yearns and idolizes the parent that is doing the least. However, you got to be mature enough to say, you know what, he'll find out or she'll find out in her own time. Because the only person that's going to really, really hurt is that child. And it's going to hurt whenever they figure it out. Right. As they figure it out, it's going to hurt. So you don't need to be the one to be like, oh, your daddy ain't shit or your mama ain't shit. And I do this and I do that. And they know that. They going to figure it out. You know, allow that to happen naturally, because you don't want them to resent you or feel like, you know, the relationship that they have with the absent parent, the strained relationship, you had anything to do with it.
Yeah. Make all decisions in life, the majority of decisions in life, based on your children.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And as Dame Dash once quoted famously in an interview, hustle for your last name, not your first name.
Word.